After any airline disaster, questions immediately come up about what could have been done to avoid it, and many people are asking why Malaysia Airlines was flying planes over a war zone. Joining us with more on that is CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, good morning.
Good morning.
As you know, Malaysia Air and the Malaysian government came under enormous criticism for the way they handled the aftermath of the Flight 370 disaster. Are they doing things differently this time?
It's sort of deja vu all over again. You know, every airline that I know of has a crisis plan. It's a book the size of the Yellow Pages in which they tell you who does what, when, where, why. It steps out how you not only deal with the press and the media, but how you deal with the public. If they had a crisis plan at Malaysia Airlines, it's news to me. They didn't handle it properly. They thought the answer was just to hold press conferences. And even if it wasn't intentionally done this way, most of the information that came out in the first couple of weeks, not days, weeks after MH370 was either misleading or inaccurate or both. How do you get ahead of that now? They're still trying to recover from that one.
We now know that this area they were flying over was not restricted airspace. Will it be now?
Already is. The FAA has already expanded their no-fly zone or notice, if you will, to U.S. airlines, and a lot of airlines will follow suit based on what the FAA says, to include the eastern Ukraine. Up until yesterday, it was a war zone that they said, please stay away from the Black Sea and Crimea. Now they've extended it to eastern Ukraine.
From a consumer perspective, what impact do you think this is likely to have here?
Well, it's already having it. People are booking away from Malaysian Airlines. Their bookings are flatlined. Their future bookings are not even on the radar, if you'll excuse that expression. Mm-hmm. And what's happening is it's going beyond that. The ripple effect is that people are booking away from the region, not just the airline. Right. Even cruise lines. People are canceling their cruises to St. Petersburg because it's Russia. So you're seeing a ripple effect here, which then creates, if you will excuse the other expression, a buyer's market. Right. You're going to see a lot of discounting happening in the next 2 to 3 months.
But what actually happens to Malaysia Airlines? Because at this point, the other incident, it was just 4 months ago. It's so fresh in everyone's memory. Sure. Can this airline survive?
Well, let's go back before even Malaysia Flight 370. This airline had losses over a three-year period of $1.3 billion. They're a government-owned entity. The government was quietly shopping the airline to see if someone would come in and bail them out in the private sector. Nobody was taking that cue. They weren't doing it. Now they've got another problem because in the last year, the value of their stock has dropped so much that the company on paper is worth 75% less than it was a summer ago. So as the airline goes, so may the government. So they're so interconnected.
The truth is, though, Peter, isn't it, that this is an airline that actually had quite a strong safety record? And
still does. I mean, it's not reality here. It's perception. Perception may really be doing some serious damage.
And interesting, you can't cancel a flight in light of a conflict, so people don't have the opportunity to not fly around there, right?
You got it.
Peter Greenberg, thank you so much.
You got it.